Hey everybody, this is Casey and I am just getting prepared for the week, going through my charts, and I saw a pretty good potential setup, so I wanted to mark it out and do a video. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. If you're looking for more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I try to put out content pretty consistently. And then if you're looking for a group of traders, you want to check out the link below the video. You'll find a lot of us who like to trade. We bounce ideas off of each other. We talk trading. So you want to click the link before the video to get access to that group. And I am using today Smart Trader. I'm going to do a combination of both. Smart Trader and TradingView. I mentioned that I am transitioning over to Smart Trader. Naturally, I'm comfortable with TradingView, but I'm moving over. Smart Trader has a ton of benefits that I like. It's just getting used to using it. And who knows, I may continue to use both for a while. So I am on AUDNZD. And for those of you who are new, I start off by looking at a time frame analysis. So what I do is I start from the higher time frame. I usually start off with the weekly. Sometimes I start from the monthly, but usually the weekly can give me enough information as far as what I'm looking for. And so on each time frame, what I try to identify are swing highs and swing lows. The reason that I look for these is because these are high probability areas where price has the potential to reverse. And so I want to know where those key areas are so that I can complete the rest of my analysis. So what I drew here is a version of a swing high. That's a version. It doesn't have to look exactly like that. But looking at this, we can obviously see where those are in the chart, right? So this would be one. This would be one. That's a swing high. Well, technically no. But actually, let me see. 1, 2. Yeah, technically it is a swing high, but these are high areas, high probability areas where price will reverse. And then I also look for swing lows, which is the inverse of the swing high. So instead of having the highest center point candle with 2 to the left that are lower and 2 to the right that are lower, on a swing low, you're going to have 2 candles, you're going to have a low center candle, 2 to the left that are higher, 2 to the right that are higher. So that's what I'm looking for as I go through these charts. Now, what I really like about the Smart Trader is a smart fib technology. And that's the reason that I toggle between the two, because, you know, eyeballing fibs, sometimes you can get it wrong, but this is like the system figures this out. And so I want to be as exact and precise as I can be, as much as you can be in trading. So if you want to try it out for $4.95, you can click the link below the video. You'll have access to the Prime version, which gives you the opportunity to create workspaces so you can have different time frames, all that good stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, get started, and I'm gonna grab my line, and I am just picking out and I shouldn't have labeled these like resistance. I should have just put weekly, daily, 4 hour. I'll change it eventually. But I'm marking out the swing lows and the swing highs according to the time frame that I'm on. I have the levels color coded based off of what time frame I'm on. So weekly is blue, daily is red. Let me go down to the daily. 4 hour, I believe, is either black or purple. Okay. So these were obvious areas. So I got swing low, swing high, and then I got my next low. So I'm gonna mark this, and then we're gonna go to daily, and then I'm looking for swing low, swing high. This was the area. So I'm gonna mark here and then just draw a zone to encompass this. Then I'm gonna drop down to the 4 hour. And I'm looking for my next point. So I see this is an area, and actually I might move this up because there seems to be, this looks like a, I mean, that is a level of support. So price could go to this area, but it looks like there's more instances up a little bit higher. So I am going to choose that. And then let's see, there's an area here that was resistance that could become support. So what am I on? The 4 hour. Let me change this to 4 hour. And then I'm going to do this area. And that's 4 hour. And then I'm going to drop down to the daily. I'm sorry, the hour. What am I doing? Swing high, swing low, next high here. So I'm gonna mark this out, and then I'm gonna make this. Do I have hourly in here? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna back out just a little bit so y'all can see what I see. Oh, let me back out even more to the daily. So we've been on an uptrend since March. This was the low point, and we've been on an uptrend. We had some correction here, and I think here we had a completion of like the Elliott wave. And so now what I think is happening, price is correcting the entire move. And I think what we have is a potential ABC structure that's forming. And so I'm gonna manually draw out my fib so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So I just measured from my high to my swing low, which is here. And I'm gonna put a fib on it, the auto fib, so you can see. But we had price go back and retrace to the 78.6. And so long term, I think the take profit is at the matching D extension, which is here. And let me see, because I may have drawn this wrong. There it is. There it is. So this is the matching extension. So this zone long term is something that I want to pay attention to. This area here, which matches up with what we identified as a support level. So this would be, I wish I would have caught this, like, when was this? March? Uh-oh. Let me undo. Okay. Yeah, I wish I would have caught this. But this was a great entry for the move down. I'm going to draw what else I see too. I'm going to use array because when I first got started trying to learn how to draw trend lines, I would be cutting over stuff. And this was the easiest way for me to learn array. And what you want to do is connect swing low to swing low. And you don't want to cut through candles without touching. So you go from your swing low to swing low. You don't want to cut through candles while trying to find your next swing low. So we've connected, and let me line this up just a little better. So we've connected swing low to swing low. And as we see, price broke through this downtrend line, and now it looks like it's retesting. So this to me looks like a potential great entry for a buy. I mean, sell. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling you what I see. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not, yeah, I'm none of those things. I am just a layperson making videos on YouTube trying to share what I've learned with you guys. But I'm not telling you to take this trade. What I see, though, this looks like a sell setup to me. And long term. But short term, what I see is like this would be my long term area. But short term, what did I just get rid of? Oh. Short term, what I see is a sell to, let's see, this was the move down, right? So if price doesn't break this last high, like it's just going to go to the matching extension, which would be the start of the move up. So it will range pretty much. It has a potential to travel farther, but my thought is if we don't break this last high, then we've got opportunity for, what is that, 211 pip sale. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm hoping. But long term, I think the move is back down to this level. And this makes sense to me because if we look left, let me just drag this across. If we look left, not only was that like a fib extension, so let me put my big fib. Right, so we picked this area because it was where the move down. So price came down. So this made A, this made B, this made C. So the matching D extension would be here long term. So, but first we got to break out of what I think is going to be a range, which will be between this high and this low to get to this point. So you could potentially hold until here. What is that? 469 pips. But I believe we've got to break through this level. If price holds at this level, we got to break through here before we get the next move down. So that's my thought. Those are my long-term thoughts. I'm curious what you guys think about this pair. Who trades this pair? Hey, y'all. Okay, so I forgot just one thing, very important thing. Y'all know I am primarily a technical trader, and I'm slowly trying to incorporate fundamentals into my analysis. So I was reminded to go back and check the news before making my decision. And I guess it's really not decision. It's more so being aware of what's happening so that I can be kind of prepared and determine like how I want to move. So what I'm looking for, I'm on my FX book. And for this pair, I'm looking for high impact news for either AUD or NZD. So it looks like Monday there is some. There's the Reserve Bank. Sorry. There's the Reserve Bank meeting minutes that are going to be released. It looks like interest rates were announced on the 1st of June. And they stayed the same, but the minutes give a little bit more insight as to how the conversation went and which members supported or, you know, how they voted. And that could impact everything. So when the rates are increased, from what I understand, when the rates are increased, from what I understand, this is good for the Australian dollar, which means if it's good for the Australian dollar, there's opportunity for a potential sell if there's no NZD news. But as I continue scrolling, because I recorded this once and I guess I didn't see the see more button, there is news for NZD, but it happens later in the week. And so we got high impact news for USD. There's high impact news for Great British Pound. Let's see. Great British Pound has a lot of news coming out. USD does too. This should be an interesting week. CAD has news. Okay, so what is the 16th? 3 days from now. What is that? Thursday, Wednesday? GDP numbers. So let's see. So they measure the total value of all goods and services produced by New Zealand. It's considered a broad measure of the economic activity for New Zealand. Generally speaking, a higher reading is seen as positive for the NZD, while a falling trend is seen as negative. So we see, what was this, September of last year? This was December, March. So the rate fell. I'm sorry, the falling reading made the NZD weak, which was in March. So we have to see how this comes out. Okay. So that's happening. Let me see. Monday, Tuesday, 14th, Wednesday. So this is happening Wednesday. And then we got some more. So this is quarter over quarter. This is year over year. So last year it fell. And then in September it increased. Oh, it's so good to see the whole picture. Because here it just looks like it fell and then increased. But we had already increased significantly. And then actual consensus. So it was projected to go higher in March, but it actually went lower. Okay. So Wednesday, I want to pay attention to that. Then we got more odd news. What the employment numbers are. So if there's a rise in employment, this is positive for spending and economic growth. A high reading is seen as bullish for odd, while a low reading is seen as negative. So when was this? May? So May, wow. So May, they predicted, or the projection was that it was going to be positive, and it actually was negative. So the low reading was bad for the Australian dollar. Wow, this is like a whole new world, y'all. I feel like a beginner all over again. Incorporating this is going to be so positive for my trading journey. This should be dope. It'll be uncomfortable for a little while until I get used to what's going on. Let's see. So the unemployment rate is coming out. Let's see what it was last time. Oh, so it wasn't far off from what they anticipated. I don't know. This looked like a pullback to me for a continuation to the upside. Y'all see it? So I don't know what the projection is. I wonder if we can find out what that is. Let's see what else is on the table. CHF news. USD. Lots of USD news. JPY. Okay, so that was Wednesday, so this should be Friday. JPY news, JPY. So I think, yeah. So there's news on the 14th, news on the 16th. So what do we have for the week? We have for the week RBA, Reserve Bank of Australia, meeting minutes coming out on tomorrow. Then we have Wednesday, GDP numbers coming out. And then we have unemployment and employment numbers coming out. What is this, the same day? Yeah, so that's for AUDNZD. So I'm going to put all of this in my notes because this definitely will impact how my trade idea will play out. I get a lot of people saying they have favorite pairs, and you know, I think you should be marking up everything that you can just to get the practice. Like, it's labor intensive at first, but you'll be like breezing through these charts and reading them with ease if you just like take a day on the weekend and just mark up everything. So that's what I'm doing today. The way I keep my charts organized is through like my trading workbook. So I'll go through, and I just cleared this out to start over again, but I'll go through and I'll organize my charts so that I have everything marked out. I tell like what I see, and then I go over to my risk calculator and put in what I'm going to be trading. So there's a video that I'll link over to how to use this. But if you click the link below the video, you'll get access to, well, you get instructions on how to access this calculator, but it's been, and this workbook. This is very helpful to me just to keep my thoughts organized so that I know what I need to be paying attention to for the week. So you guys are welcome to it. I hope it helps you. Like I said, if you're looking for more videos like this, consider subscribing to the channel. And then also, if this video was helpful to you in some way, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have an amazing day. Bye.